They are quick wins to create momentum for necessary electoral law reform. Ladies and gentlemen, as a nation, it's about time we deal decisively with the cyclic violence that afflicts our country during and after elections. The solution lies in our duty as patriotic citizens to believe in and abide by our Constitution, which provides adequate safeguards for free and fair elections. Elections may be a make or break moment, but they should never be a do or die moment so that we destroy the country. And this is so critical. Let us go back to the journey of Musando, the late. Let us go back to the others in the IBC who lost their lives. Let us reflect on the fear we visit on officials of IBC because of our politics. What can we do so that this comes to an end? There are difficult times for all of us, but we must forge, and maybe through the bipartisan process, let us also come out very clearly and say no to taking away the lives of electoral officials, or any life for that matter, because of our politics. For reference, the 2022 elections gave us a rare opportunity to engage in issue-based political mobilization and discourse. Both the process and outcome of the 2022 general election were credible and met all the constitutional thresholds upon which the standard of credibility is measured. However, the specter of violence reared its ugly head again despite the Supreme Court exhaustively rendering judgment. This conference should work towards ensuring that all election stakeholders commit to uphold higher electoral standards that yield acceptable results, leading to full public confidence and nation building, and not destructive riots. The conversation to audit cyclic violence since the return of multi-party politics in 1992 and provide practical solutions to address the causative issues should begin here. The composition of the participants and the agenda of this conference predisposes it to a political meeting. You therefore have no excuse for not tackling the hard issues. Our realities must speak and make us strive for change. Meaningful change only comes with accepting what our realities are and working together to meet the needs of these realities. Our political and ideological differences notwithstanding, our common realities remain stubborn and can only be dealt with through joint effort symbolized by this conference. I therefore reiterate the commitment of the Kenya Kwanza government to cooperate with and facilitate all the processes that will enable full consolidation of constitutional transformation. And on this, I support Honorable Kalonzo, that Parliament is the body that appropriates. And if Parliament has seen it fit that this process needs to be supported, then Parliament constitutes the representatives of the people. So we need to move ahead, because not too long ago, we were getting calls that there must be dialogue. There's an urgency for dialogue. There was pressure from all over, the religious leaders, the media, the political class, the business community. Everybody was urging there must be dialogue. And it is important that we appreciate that this dialogue is being facilitated by the Kenyan taxpayer to solve Kenyan problems. I wonder what would be the situation if it turned out that the bipartisan talks are being sponsored or facilitated fully by a foreign body. How would Kenyans react to that? So when you have an opportunity that it is being done by the Kenyan people themselves through the parliament, surely that should be the least of the worries. In fact, it should be a kudos that it is the Kenyans themselves who are putting their money on the table so that Kenyans can move forward. But can you imagine if this was being funded by some foreign entity? Then we would end up all saying that that conversation is not a Kenyan conversation, but it's a conversation that is being sponsored by some external body. So sometimes we see evil when there's no evil. I think let us support this process and let us support Parliament for what it is doing so that we can move forward. Therefore, we undertake by all means necessary and lawful to support discourse on constitutionalism and nation building, including the national dialogue led by the NATCO to ensure optimal functioning of the IBC through transparent appointment of commissioners, adequate and timely financial and human resource facilitation, and effective capacity building for the fulfillment of the Commission's constitutional mandate. I encourage all of you and all Kenyans to have the courage to take the essential step in redefining our nation-building journey that we started 13 years ago. It is in this spirit that I declare this multi-stakeholders consultative workshop on electoral reforms officially opened. Asanteni sana and God bless you.